Okay, first up news from Mumbai. Massive fire engulfed a residential complex, and this took place in Bhiwandi, which is in the suburb of Greater Mumbai, and around 80 people were stranded in the building. But as per the latest reports and information coming in, about 40 of them have already been rescued. The rest are being rescued currently by the fire department. 12 fire tenders have already reached the site, and they're using as many as 5 water tanks to extinguish the blaze. The fire reportedly broke out in a garment factory and then spread through the building. According to fire officials, the fire is now believed to be under control, but the remaining residents are being rescued from the terrace, as you can see on the right-hand side of your screens. Let's get in a quick word from India Today's Mustafa Sheikh. Mustafa, can you just update us with the very latest details that you have about this fire that, was seen at this Mumbai residential building?
Basically, the Thane Commissionerate has put in all its resources when it comes to firefighting, and they're helping out people through trains to get out of the terrace which they were stuck in. As you remember, that this fire had taken place on the ground floor of this 4-story building. It's assumed that it's a power loom factory which works there, and the fire has generated from there. And because there are all inflammable materials in that power loom factory, the fire soon spread to the building upwards. The residents who were staying above this factory didn't get a chance to move out of the building, and that's why they went to the terrace and then they asked for help. So there were fire brigade ladders and cranes used. Around 40 to 50 people have been rescued by now, and more efforts are being taken to basically get everyone out. And after the fire is dozed off completely, the fire brigade will survey the whole building to see if anyone tried to take staircases and was stuck between the fire in the building, and that there will be a search operation after the fire dozes off. At this point of time, they are firefighting and they're trying to rescue. There is no word until now about any injuries to anyone in this fire, and that's the most fortunate part of the tragedy.
Oh, absolutely, Mustafa. And you're saying that the blaze has also been brought under control, but if you could just tell us, what are you seeing now in front of you? Are the fire tenders or the people who are rescuing these residents facing any kind of challenge to bring down the residents safely?
Of course, at this point of time, because the rescue operation has just started, the fire brigade is doing their best. Ambulance has been called to do a checkup on the people, because there's a lot of smoke you end up inhaling when you are stuck on a terrace, on a building which is under fire. So the first aid treatment is being given to people who have been rescued. The locals have helped a lot. They have pitched in to help the fire brigade in terms of resources, in terms of water, and that's how this operation at this point of time is going on. They're taking help of ladders and cranes, as I told you, and locals were the first people initially who reached there, and then the fire brigade was informed. So the information was given, and that's why there was so much of resources could be brought in such less amount of time. At this point of time, the rescue operation is still underway, and people are being given first aid, whoever is being rescued by the fire brigade, and they have been treated at local hospital also.
All right, Mustafa, thanks so much for getting us the very latest update. We, of course, will come back to you for further information.
And this pertains to the ban on fireworks during all festivities in the state of Kerala. Remember, it is also a poll issue now. In an update to the Kerala fire, Justice Chidambaresh